be honest with me, yeah? Do you actually miss wedding season?
In what sense? What aspect?
Do you miss
of
going to weddings? Do you miss going to having
I
a,
miss going to
do you miss losing a whole weekend of shit? All of that. Like, I personally don't.
What I will
I'm
say
like, I don't miss it at all.
is I don't go to as many weddings as you think I may go to. That's the first thing, right? So I'm super selective.
Why are you selective? Okay, tell me how you're selective about it, because normally, you know,
Right.
we're sort of forced to go to some. Like, mum and dad are like, oh, you got to go to this one with me. You don't want me to go alone, do you? They were asking about you, and I was like, number one, they didn't ask about me. Number two, they don't know what I look like. They remember me 15 years ago, right? And number three, I don't want to go.
I love that line in the middle. They were asking about you.
They were asking about you.
How is he doing? What's he
Yeah.
doing with his life? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. And I'm like, oh, cool, thanks, man. I really missed out on a 5-second conversation. Thanks.
Here's my filter for how I decide to go to weddings, right? If I'm not going to be one of the last people on the dance floor when everybody's left, the DJ's packing up, drop in bed care. I'm in my mind, I'm thinking about Kartar's brother's wedding, ripping my pant.
Yeah.
Right? We're doing squats, ripping my pant. Harpal's pre-wedding, Harpal's mum coming up to Harpal saying, is your friend drunk? And Harpal being like, he's never had a drink in his life. Right? if I'm not going to be one of those guys, I'm not going to the party, the wedding, full stop. So, am I getting ready for your wedding? Absolutely, right? I'm looking forward to that, right? And then obviously, if you still want me to be the MC, then I've got some good shit lined
If
up.
possible, but I don't even know how the wedding's going to look right now, man.
Well,
it depends on numbers.
If it happens, and it can happen, I'm going to have like a proper mic. I'm going to be walking around. There's going to be a gong. There's going to be challenges like the Hunger Games, the Indie Games, right? There's going to be so many things going on.
Indie Games.
You wait, man. I've got so
I
many
hope
things
your
lined
wife
up.
stops you, man. Seriously, from going wild. So, in a nutshell, you do miss it.
I missed close ones, right? So really good friends, really close family, because.
But you know that there's only a finite number of those, right? But then,
Absolutely.
Okay. What if it's Shindy's friend's wedding? Do you go with her?
Yes. It depends on the friend.
But
I
then
don't go
again,
crazy.
you're not going to be the last person on the dance floor, are you?
Absolutely, my friend, but this is called husbandly duties, right? So once
I
you
knew
get married-
I knew you had something in you that was definitely going to be caught out. Definitely.
That being said, 2019, so I've spent 7 days in Cancun, spiritual kind of like retreat. I come back on a Saturday. Sunday, there was a wedding in Shindy's side of the family. Right? It's in Nottingham. It's the same hall where Shindy's sister got married as well. So I remember that from a couple of years ago. And, I kind of let loose on the dance floor, just went a bit
Of course
ham.
you did.
To the point where there was a dude, right, he does a bit of bhangra dancing on the side. His wife came up to Shindy and said, my husband wants to dance with your husband, is that okay?
That sounds like some very, very camp thing to say. Just to put it nicely, bro. My husband would like to dance with your husband.
So this guy, and I'll paint the picture. When I see him, he looks like Jagmeet Singh, the leader of the NDP party. Has the same beard, has the same star, like shape and everything. His name's
same
Paul,
bug,
right?
Yeah.
Same bug, and I was like, yeah, he can dance with me. And that's it, man. So I laid the smack down and...
Lay the
rest-
smack down.
Lay the smack down. The rest is history. Even in February, right? So this is the thing you'll notice as a bhangra dancer, you don't actually want to go to a family event and just keep dropping bhangra.
No, I don't. I never want to do it at all functions. I hate doing it. The only time I will do it.
And why?
Is
why
if,
do you hate it?
The only time I will do it is if the boys are doing it and we're doing a set, or if some of us are doing like a little bit together. Fine. But if I'm at an individual event, everyone looks at me. Everyone knows that I do bhangra. Everyone knows I know. Like, oh, go on, go and dance for me, bitch. And I'm like, no, fuck off, man. I ain't dancing for you. Right? I don't want to dance for you. I'm not exactly here for fun enjoyment. I'm here because I'm probably being asked to by someone else, right? Or I'm not that close with the person getting married. Why would I want to show up and take the spotlight away from them? That's just rude.
See, that is really awkward, man. Because if you're asked to dance with the groom or the bride, and then you show them up, and they're trying
to do
it. It's their day, and they're trying to copy your moves, and you're like, mate, you ain't never gonna do these moves, right?
Yeah.
So then you make it basic, man. You go some slow ass jummer, right? You do 1 2 1 2. Like, mate, you can copy this as well, right? But yeah, so February 2020, just pre-lockdown, we had a close family wedding. And it's kind of like the end of the party. We're the girl side. We're getting to the end of the party just before the girls just about to leave. I'm sitting down, I'm chilling, I'm nowhere in the dance floor. DJ, yo, we're going to do dance off, boys versus girl side. Ooh, and all this stuff, right? And I know this is like, I get dragged in it. Like, okay, you need to...
All of a sudden, you started salivating. You were like,
no,
yes.
So I'm chilling. Now the boys side...
No, you're not, man. The second you heard dance off, everyone went like, turn around, head.
Where's Karan?
Where's Karan?
No, literally, that's what it was. And I was like, I'm not going to dance floor, right? But the boys' side, they're a bit cocky. So the boys' side, the groom's friends are a load of kind of like desi builders. So they're like giving it a bump, right? They're like, yeah, Sanupangada. They're like proper like kind of dancing.
Yeah.
And so they get me to dance floor, take off my shoes, take off my socks. They get scared.
Take off your shoes and socks, Karan. The only time I've ever done that is when I'm performing a set at someone's wedding. I don't do that very often.
These loafers, like you just don't want to ruin them. Like
you don't want to ruin them, do you? You're one of those guys. Okay, you're very
DJ's
particular
like,
about
what
your shoes.
song do you want? What song do you want? DJ's, I'm gonna switch it on. I'm thinking like, what song should I have? So original old school one, Notorious Judge, Ambassador mix. I was like, put this tune on, put this banger on. He's getting it ready. I'm there, like at the start of a set when we do a couple of like kind of bare to warm up, right? So I start doing like a few of those just to stretch, and then the dance off, the builder guys, friends are like, oh yard, this pangra anda, like they were like saying, oh he knows pangra.
He knows how to dance.
Really scared. Yeah. And then music hit, and I just dropped it, and the rest is history, man. So
the rest is history.
What can
Where's
I say?
Where's your medal, Karan? Where's your medal?
Well, exactly, man. Just ripped up the dance floor, and ripped up the dance floor. Did not rip up my pant. Good result. Okay?
How many times have you torn your pants dancing at someone's wedding? I think it's 3 times, isn't it?
Twice, yeah.
I remember the time you ripped it and you stopped dancing. You're like, okay, I can't do anymore.
I got my jacket, tied it around, and I was like, okay, it's time to go home now.
It's home time now. And did your mum manage to fix him or sum him up?
It was I took it to my tailor, Alex. I was like, Alex, double, triple stitch, man. Like, I'm gonna be doing pangra in these again, so this needs to like.
The way to do it, Karan, is you
right.
wear stretch chinos, right?
Right.
You have to wear stretch chinos, or if you're gonna do a set, you have to change into those. Like take them with you in the car, and then put them out and change in the bathroom quickly, and then come back out.
Or you wear chadar.
Yeah. Oh my God! Imagine wearing like basically a chadar is like a sheet, right, that allows you to move freely. But imagine the bottom half of you is basically like a bed sheet, yeah, and the top.
Yeah, I was gonna say that bed sheet.
And the top of you is basically a guy in a suit and tie.
yeah, that's wicked. I actually thought on my wedding, that set you guys did on the black tie event, how cool it would have been if you had bow ties.
It wouldn't have been.
Lapelled tuxedo jackets, and then you got some chadars on.
It wouldn't have been.
That would have been.
Why didn't you get one of the boys to Photoshop it so you can see it and see how bad it would have looked?
Why don't we do your wedding and then we'll see it?
Why don't we not do it at my wedding? Because I'm not up for that.
The MC will decide on which events are happening.
I regret giving you the power of MC, man.